All right, so welcome to our team call. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm super excited. I made us some slides, and I'm super excited to share with you guys what's coming up and what I have ideas about, and also my 2-year progression as a coach, income-wide, to show you guys the ups and downs, the mistakes I made, the good things that happen along the way, and just hopefully inspire you to create a vision and stick to your vision and stop at nothing. Even when times get tough, even when things go wrong, even when nothing seems to be going right, just to keep pushing. So tonight's agenda is, some of you may or may not know, but we are not having new coach training groups anymore. So in Fitspiration Dynasty, if you guys can all mute yourselves too, I would appreciate that. In Fitz Dynasty team page at the very top, pinned post at the top of the page, you can find every single post for our trainings. So hopefully this is so that you guys don't get left behind, because I know a lot of times as a new coach, you get into a coach training and you're trying to build your business, and you might be still in a challenge group yourself, and now you have some challengers that you're, keeping up on, and you're recruiting and all this, and sometimes we just get overwhelmed and we fall short in our challenge and we feel like we can't keep up, and then you just let go, and then you don't actually complete the challenge, or complete the training. So this is a way for you to go at your own pace, work at your own time, and when you complete each assignment, you would just tag your coach, your upline coach, and schedule your weekly calls with them, and then this way they know where you're at in your training, what your goals are, and what you're going to work on the following week. Also, when you're signing new coaches, I've put together a new coach welcome letter that breaks down how to get started right, how to find our team pages, how to sign up for the text reminders, how to find our new team training website that has how to get started right, and sample post to post when you're promoting your first challenge group. So I would advise you guys to really try and get your new coaches started off right. We want them to feel like they are not lost in the mix. So giving them something that they can work on, the new coach welcome letter, if you want to revise it yourself, you can do that. If you want to use mine, you can do that. Whatever it is that you choose, but I would put together something to give your new coaches so that they, feel that they have something to work on and that they're not just left fending for themselves. And I'll post that in our team page. This Saturday, for any local coaches that are Central Florida, I'm having a mastermind dinner / we're going to be playing Beachbodyopoly and just having a really good time of getting to know one another at my house at 2:30, so all is welcome. If you are coming, I would just ask that you let me know so that I know how much food to prepare and how many people will be here. The Team River Day is June 27th. I think the last Saturday of the month. So I have an event page made up for that. We'll be meeting in Dunellen at 9 o'clock, carpooling to Stacy Whitehead's uncle's house. So I would maybe bring a couple snacks or something like that, because it is, if we meet at 9, by the time we get on the river and get going, it's probably going to be like an hour and a half after that. By the time we get to her uncle's house and unload our cars and blow up our floats and all that. So you can bring like a little dry box, a dry Ziploc baggie, throw a layer bar in there, a piece of fruit, something, because the river will take us about 2.5 hours to float down, and then we'll get off the river at her uncle's house, and I'll have food and all kinds of drinks and stuff like that for everybody. I would ask that it would be just adults this time, because I really want you guys to just have a me day and just really enjoy yourselves and not have to worry about, chasing after the kids and stuff like that. And so you can bring your spouses if you like. I don't care. But last year it was a lot of fun, and I'm super excited to have some new people join us and get to know everybody. So also this month, I really thought it would be kind of cool for all of us to really get into this new size program. If you have Beachbody On Demand, there is a sample workout there that you can do. Videotape yourself, share it, get everybody excited. This is really going to tap into people that love Zumba, that want to have fun, that always wanted to be a dancer but never did. So I think if we really start sharing our excitement about it and get our, email list going, we can really have a great launch to that program when it comes out right when we get back from Summit. So I'm thinking it's going to go live on Monday the 20th, when we can actually start our prep week then, or actually probably the next Monday, because it's going to go fairly quickly. I know that. So, but I think July 20th will be good, because we can start promoting it the week before, well, actually the whole month, and then it'll go live on the 20th. I'm not for sure on that date, but that's what I'm guessing. And then also, I'm really trying to plan a diamond retreat for us in September. So I just want you to be aware of that and be excited, because I found this really cool house on the river. I don't know if you guys see my post about it, but it's really, really nice. And we could go kayaking and paddleboarding and swimming and grill out. And so those are all things to look forward to in the future and this month. So I'm going to switch the slide. So I'm going to talk about income progression. And I was hesitant to talk about this because some people are not motivated by money and some people are. Some people, might look at it as I'm boasting or anything like that. But I really just wanted to share my heart and share what the last 2 years financially have been for me, so that you can see the potential of being consistent and sticking to your why and pulling through no matter what. So this first slide at the bottom here, you can see my very first paycheck on the 15th of May, 2015 was $32.49. So that probably sold like one Shakeology or something like that for that commission. Up here at the very top, you can see my 6 months was at $415. So I actually took a snapshot of the breakdown of that. So you can see most of that is retail commission, a little bit of team bonus. And right around this time, 6 months in, I believe in November, December is when I turned diamond. So I had a full-time job. I worked at a salon 4 days a week. I was at church 3 nights a week, early on Sunday mornings. I was still working on my own health and fitness goals. I would fit in probably 2 hours in the morning before I went to work and maybe an hour later to get in my vital behaviors. So I was busy. I was super, super busy. And then, I started the day. So I went through the summer and into the holiday season, and you can see the progression. Some weeks it was 416, some weeks it was 76, like it went up and down. Okay, so so here is going into my second year. So the second year, I'm sorry, the second year. So at my 1 year anniversary, my checks were about half and half. So half of it was retail commission, half of it was team bonuses. So this is why it is so important to not only set non-negotiables for yourself as in Success Club. For me, Success Club 10 was a non-negotiable, and I hit Success Club 10 every single month. Every single month I hit Success Club 10. And my business grew because of that, because I was now sharing with people the testimonies of my challenge groups and continuously working on myself. So by this time, in 1 year, I think I did 2 rounds of Chalene Extreme, which was 90 days. I did P90X3. I think I did a little bit of Body Beast and T25 together. So I was constantly committing to a program, sharing my entire journey, and completing it. Like, it's really important for you guys to understand that although it's good to do hybrids and all this other stuff, like, it's really good for people to see more transformation sticking to one program from start to finish, sharing your ups and downs, sharing your little non-scale victories along the way. So around this 1 year anniversary, my business was really doing good. And as you can see, I mean, I was just like, wow, like, this is amazing. And I still had another job at this point. At this point, I think I went down about 3 days a week at the salon. And I was really putting a lot of time and energy into Beachbody. So as you can see here on this slide right here, this is right after Coach Summit. So I know you guys probably hear, like, get to Coach Summit, get to Coach Summit. But literally, like, when you get back from Coach Summit, your business just booms because you're on fire. Like, you've been around. For me, last year, there was 9,000 coaches that I, was at Coach Summit, and you're hearing from all these top leaders, and you're seeing them give away $100,000 to the grand prize male and female winner of the year for their transformation. And you're just on fire. You see the bigger picture. You get to hear Carl Deichler talk and hear the vision of how this company started and where this company's going. And it just lights a fire underneath your booty. And people see it. People see you posting photos of people that you feel like you already know, and you actually get to meet them in person. And, it makes it real, and it makes it serious. And people start to take you serious as a coach when you're taking it, when you're showing up and you're going, there's people that literally go to Coach Summit and they sleep on the floor in a room that has 6 people in it because they just wanted to get there. So I would advise and encourage you guys to get to every single live event that you can get to. Get to your Super Saturdays. Get to anything that your coach has going on that's, events. Get to them. Be surrounded by your peers. Be surrounded by your upline coaches and people that are on your team and people like that. There's some people in this world that have never felt like they belong to anything ever in their whole entire life. And this is something that they can feel a part of, feel like a family in. And so back to my income progression. So as you can see on the right-hand middle screen right here, this was right after I got back to Coach Summit, and I was blown away when I saw these $1,000 weeks. I was just like, wow, like, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe in a little over a year's time working part-time with this, that this was what I was making. And really it was because I had such a passion and such a drive to help people feel the way that I felt, confident and secure and empowered and free. And I understood nutrition. I understood proper fuel for my body. I mean, everybody needs that. And so that is what I focused on. So when I got back from Summit, I had all these goals. I was going to finish out the year as a 5-star diamond. I only needed 2 more. And my sister-in-law signed up and she was on fire and everything was just going great. We were having like fit club going on and everything was just great. Well, I get back from Summit and one of my diamonds fell and pretty much my whole left side of my business just went to crap. So you can pretty much see towards the top here of the screen that, you know, the payment, my weekly paychecks started dwindling. And up here at the top at 18 months, my team cycle bonuses was $90. So my team was just, both of my one diamonds were on my one side. My left side was completely crap. And another mistake that I made, for those of you who don't know, when you turn 2-star diamond, you're allowed to open up a second business center that is in your name. It's a different coach ID. But essentially what this means is that you now have a business center underneath yourself. So the idea is to place that on your weak leg and start running all of your challenge packs, all of your coaches, everything through that business center, because now that business center will create commission for you. But your business center that's above that is now going to reap team cycle bonuses because you're creating volume for yourself. I hope that makes sense. But what happened with me is that I placed that business center on my leg that was already producing an insane amount of volume. So that was a huge mistake in my business. And there was nothing I can do about it because I figured it out like a month later. So right now I have that business center that's sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And that was a huge blow because it messed up all the plans that I had, and having that diamond fall. And these are all things that some people would just throw in the towel. You know, they would just be like, nothing's going right. And all my plans are just not going the way I thought. But you know what? I was not going to let any of that take away from my vision and my goal and my dreams as to make this my full-time career. So right around the time of my 18 months, I actually quit my job and started working from home full-time. So as you can see at the top, like, I was making pretty good money. You know, it wasn't the same every week, but it was enough to supplement my massage income. And I never in a million years thought that would happen. Like, once I got started and once I just really chased after doing my vital behaviors, and I started seeing, you know, Lindsay going on these trips and her income progression, and I just started following other coaches, and I'm just like, wow, these people are no different than me. I can have and I can do what they're doing. And I just instilled that belief in myself, and I spoke that over myself every day. Once I started seeing the income coming in, it just fueled me even more, because that was just a bonus of the lives that were being changed, and other leaders on my team that were able to stay at home with their kids and, you know, do things that they never thought, go on vacations that they never would have been able to do because of this business. And so I felt like it was just my calling. I still feel like it's my calling to share that with everybody, because everybody wants to have more family time. Everybody wants to not live paycheck to paycheck. Everybody wants to have that freedom, but it doesn't happen overnight. And you have to be willing in the first few years of your business to stay up late, to get up early, to push past those not wanting to invite, and to constantly grow yourself in order to pour into others. Because if we're not where we need to be emotionally and physically, we literally can't give something away that we don't have. So 18 months, I started working from home, and this is the last like month and a half of my 2 years. So now, because I've built a team and my team's growing and everybody's pushing for goals and we're all coming together, team bonuses over here and retail commissions are about half. And that's incredible. Like, and even my matching bonuses are starting to grow. So it takes time, you know, it takes a vision. And it's amazing to me that my goal was to be making $1,000 a week consistently. And it's happening. It's happening right now consistently. So this is available, and anybody can do this. I mean, every single one of you have this potential. Every single one of you can be can probably surpass me in 2 years. I had some mistakes, and things happen. People fall off. Challengers don't do what you want them to do. People don't message you back when you message them. We all have the ups and downs of life, and we all have things that happen that might deter us from our vision, that could break us, but we have to be stronger than that. We have to have that hustle. We have to have that heart to keep going no matter what. And your why is going to change. It might not be what it is in the beginning a year from now. It might be different. Your vision board might look differently than it did a year ago, because you've crossed some things off on that vision board and you've placed the bar a little bit higher for yourself. And so it's all boils down to consistency and team bonuses, referring to income, but really consistency and belief in yourself. Those are two things that nobody can do for you. Nobody can make you post every single day. Nobody can make you show up to team calls every week. Nobody can make you tune into the national wake-up call. Nobody can make you, schedule your one-on-one calls with your coach. Nobody can make you follow top coaches to be inspired. And it all boils down to you and your why and what this business means to you. So you have to create a vision. From the very beginning, I made a vision board. I've made vision boards before I even was a Beachbody coach, because it was fun, because I wanted to see and I wanted to believe and I wanted to project what my life would look like if it was the perfect life. And not to say that it's perfect, but I believe that it can be, and I believe that it will be, and I believe that everything that I set my mind to, that I can have it. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I'm going to do the vital behaviors and I'm going to do what I know to do in order to keep moving forward. So speak positive affirmations over your business. If you keep saying, this isn't happening and that's not happening and these people aren't communicating with me and then it's never going to happen. And I honestly have fell into that over the past 2 years. I've fallen into, when my business, I lost diamonds and that whole left side, I was just like, God, nothing's happening right. Nothing's going the way I thought it would. And if I kept that mindset, then why I wouldn't have been adding coaches to my team. I wouldn't have been projecting that positive energy onto my Facebook, or when I send out an invite, people would sense that. So I had to literally focus on the people that were working with me, focus on the things that were happening good, even if it was the littlest things, the littlest things I would celebrate and I would be thankful for and thank God for. And I had to change that mindset because I got into a slump. I really did. And so really being thankful, having a heart of gratitude, and speaking those things over yourself and over your business helps to create that mindset. And without a mindset change, nothing else is going to change. And that refers to your business, to your life, to your transformation, to, all areas of life. It all starts with the mindset. So that's why personal development is so important, because we have to change our mindset and we have to believe in ourselves, believe in our mission, believe in what we stand for, and be okay with rejection. And I was just listening to something I'm actually going to post in our team page about rejection. It was one of the Brendan Burchard podcasts that I listened to. And he did a study, and it was something crazy. People fear rejection the most, but 2% of what people fear actually ever happens. It's like 2%. Like, so we're fearing things that never ever happen, and it's preventing us from actually living the life that we want to live because of fear. So we have to get rid of that. We have to, just toss it away and fill our minds up with good things and commit to our 3 vital behaviors. And I know some of you veteran coaches have heard that so many times, and there's a reason why you hear it so many times. There's a reason why every time you're on a bombshell call, that's what the top coaches say. There's a reason why every time you listen to a national wake-up call, that's what they say, because it's the truth, and it's important, and it's what's going to get you moving forward. Also, leading by example and leading with passion. People are drawn to energy. People are drawn to somebody who is positive. Just think about when you go to a party, who do you recognize the most? Who stands out the most? The person that's talking loud and introducing themselves to everybody. And, I know the introverts are like, oh my God, I can't do that. And that's okay. I mean, but the cool thing about this business is that you're behind a computer screen. So you don't actually have to you do have to get out and communicate with people, but it's behind a computer screen. So you're safe. You're safe. But those are the people that you're attracting. The ones that are getting out there, the ones that are putting that energy out there, the ones that are, and so whatever you want to attract, you have to be that person. So whatever, that's why attraction marketing and really figuring out who you're talking to and your posts gearing towards that person, because those are the people that you're going to be able to relate to. Those are the people that you're going to understand where they're coming from, because they're just like you. And it makes working with people and setting goals and helping them with their mission so much easier. I found that in the beginning, I was attracting a whole lot of different people, different ages. And some of them I was never really overweight. And we all struggle with different things, but I feel like now, I'm starting to attract people that are like me and that I can relate to. And it makes the whole process so much easier. So hustle and heart, they go hand in hand. You have to have compassion and a love for people, and attached to that hustle, attached to that drive, attached to that fire inside of you that gets you up an hour early before your kids are up and lets you stay up an hour late to get in your vital behaviors. Without it, I don't feel like I feel like without the hustle and heart, those are the two things that go hand in hand that people will gravitate towards, and they'll see that your heart is in this. And when you communicate with them, they'll feel it and they'll know it, and they won't feel like a sale. If people feel like you're looking at them as a challenge pack, they're going to know it. And there's just no compassion there. There's no heart there. So that is my team call for tonight. I'm so happy for all the new people that are joining us, and everybody seems to be really pushing outside of their comfort zones and posting more and sharing their journey. And I'm sitting back and just watching everybody, and it just blows me away that, God has brought us all together for such a time as this. And I really think that if we come together and really set some goals and encourage one another and put in so much hustle from now to the end of the year, that we can finish out this year as a 5-star team. And that's my vision for our team. But what that means is that you guys are financially setting yourselves up, and you're helping other people do the same thing. Rank is great, but as you can see, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're making a bunch of money when you're rank advancing. You got to create strong leaders in those rank advancements, because sometimes people might just become diamond and barely stay diamond. So they're not going to be really generating any volume for you. So our goal is to find people that see the value in what we do and want so badly to live a life of freedom. And we have to constantly be sharing that and sharing. If your check is $100, share what you did with that $100. You were able to buy your kid soccer shoes, and the good ones, because normally you'd settle for the cheaper ones at Walmart. Or, you know, you're putting away for your family vacation that you've been planning for 5 years, or your, you know, whatever little victories that you can share about what's going on in your business, share it, because it will create consistency and it will create a credibility, and people will see it. And the more seeds that you're planting and the more that you're sharing, the more people are going to